had a bit of an episode, not like a Let's Play episode, but an episode with my technology. Chronicled it on the YouTube community posts. My friends were incredibly generous and helpful in helping me get over it. So shout out to them. I also wanted to make sure that my timing of recording again is like, it's not going to work out, but in 2 weeks is like WrestleMania in real life, and I have 2 sets of 5 weeks left in the Raw session. So theoretically, if I keep on this schedule, I can get the WrestleMania episode of Raw Season 6 out in time for like real life WrestleMania, and so there'd be like some synergy for like the SEO or whatever. Not that we're truly playing the YouTube game here or whatever, but for my like creative side, there's just something nice about that. So and I don't really have any other gaming updates because grad school has started, so that's really the update. Although one of my classes is kind of about games, so that'll be interesting. Games as interactive fiction. And then otherwise I'm just playing WWE 2K24 to try to grind my faction and unlock the last character who's locked in the MyGM draft pool, because it's such a slog to get there, but I'm close. I think I have about 40,000 virtual currency my faction points or whatever left out of 160,000. So that's only about a quarter of it left. I've done a lot of grinding to get there. So but things happen when they happen. School and family and friends come first, then school, then creative, and that is what it is. All right, let's get into things here. Proper introduction. Intro music plays. Wow. Hello and welcome to Let's Play WWE 2K23 MyGM. In the last episode, we completed SummerSlam, I think. Yeah, because I'm taking notes about the shows now. Yeah, SummerSlam in Baltimore, Maryland. And now we are heading down to Atlanta, Georgia for week 16. Some quick notes. My recording setup has slightly changed, so I am recording at a slightly lower resolution now because of reasons. It shouldn't affect like the final production. It's mostly like a pre-production change, but if there's a quality changed, that is that. And I don't think I have any other notes specific to this. I am going to try to keep it, for the next couple weeks, keep up the Raw season. We have 10 shows left. And as we are on the road to a road of 10 million fans, that's something there, I'm sure. And then we'll start what happens next, because we still have the goal of playing the game of all 5 brands. So I still have 2 other brands to play as, and I have ideas for those 2 playthroughs, but we're not there yet. We're focusing on Raw, so I'm going to jump into it here. You'll see the shakeup and the emails in the opposite order. You'll see the emails, then the shakeup, and then we'll get into it. Here we go. All right, let's get our shakeup. Week 16 is in Atlanta, Georgia, so next week should be in Hartford, Connecticut. Atlanta. References. Good old Atlanta. Time to give my adoring fans what they want. I better be on the card tonight or there will be language to pay, Stephanie. Okay. Wendy Chu. Good that you didn't screw me on that promise. Keep this up and I'll probably stay at Raw. I hired you permanently. Of course you're going to stay at Raw. And you impressed me earlier when you looked out for my needs. Glad I joined Raw. It's going well at the moment. You're really conflicting. But all right. Not seeing any emails from frustrated stars on the other shows, which is a bummer. I would have liked to see that. I'm glad that none of the other people in that Wendy Chu match reached out to me. Holy cow! A gold card. Okay. So a leg up, gain 6 power cards. That's just a great card. That's a great shakeup. Fan favorite. Select a superstar. Whenever the superstar is used in a match, you gain 1,000 fans. That's not bad, especially because it's seasonal. And then directed anger. Having an unhappy superstar in a match slightly increases match quality. I don't ever intend to do that, especially if it's slightly. That's just not a good card. It's not a good card for my play style, where I'm playing more conservatively and I'm like caring about morale. Honestly, in some cases, above all else, like doing a GM interference in a Fatal 4-Way was way against my normal play style, but narratively it made sense. So I'm not going to do directed anger. It's between getting 6 power cards and then doing this fan favorite. I kind of want to do the 6 power cards, even though there's a good chance that most of the cards are not going to be useful. But because there's a non-zero chance of getting like a special promotion, or even a network special, or free arena booking, those would kind of be the top. Or Superstars GM, or Health Spa 3, or Fixed Match, I guess those would be the 6 cards I'd want to get. At this point, 1,000 fans is like not that much of a boost like each week, especially since I'm already getting 8 times that for doing the maximum advertising each week. So I think I am going to do power cards. Let's see what I get. Health Spa 3, so there's one of my 6. Free crew booking is the worst of the logistics, so that stinks. To the Moon is not bad to have. That's good for like next season. Pre-match physio is useless to me. Double cost is useless to me. Contract negotiation is fine. Given that some of the contracts I've negotiated have been really expensive, I really should be using that more often. But you know what? It's fine. So yeah, that will do that. Let's cut back and start booking next week. Shakeup was, 6 power cards, and so 2 of them were good. So, all right. What I wrote down from last week is I made a lot of promises to Dana Brooke, I guess. Yeah. So Dana needs a match against Carmella, and she also wants to partner with Ala Rubao in a tag match. So I might try to knock those out. AJ also wants to appear in front of his home crowd, so needs to appear. I also wrote down another one. So my roster here. Turn up the volume just a slight bit. There we go. Sort by... Yeah. So my roster is currently 22, which is about as big as I like it. It's also... We have 12 women, 10 men. So it is unbalanced, but it's unbalanced towards the women, which is usually how I do it. Is that... Just leaving popcorn on the ground? What am I, a slob? Not in that way, at least. So it is unbalanced. It is a big roster. But before I clicked away last time I recorded, I did just quickly peek into the free agents. And there's a couple on here that are interesting to me. And one of them I had even mentioned that if they were in the free agent pool that I might pick up. And that's Cinnamon Garrett, who is at the top here, 64 popularity, 75 stamina, not a super expensive contract. And then I also noticed, kind of scrolling through here, first off, a lot of Giants are available this week. On the men's side, Drew and Big E. On the women's side, we've got Jody Garcia, former Raw talent. Drew is also a former Raw talent. Doudrop, also a former Raw talent, who quit my show, so whatever. Charlotte, formerly on Raw. We've got Tamina, who has not been on my show. But then there's also Shotzi. And so the ideas I did have an idea for Cinnamon Garrett. I might have an idea for Shotzi. The trick with Shotzi is that, you know, her whole thing is like tag team with JC Jane. But JC is in a tag team. She's currently tag team champion with Indy Hartwell. With Indy Hartwell. And they are a much better gelling tag team than JC was with Shotzi. So, and additionally, it would be like we'd have a mismatch of like faces. Because like if I turn this here, and I guess I have it written down here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces, 6 heels. So I've got an even split. Both Cinnamon Garrett and Shotzi are faces right now. Additionally, with the issue of Cinnamon Garrett being a face fighter, which I already have 2 of. 3. I have JC, Aaliyah, and Zaya, all face fighters. So that would be a 4th face fighter on the show. But Shotzi would be a bruiser. And I have the potential to like turn somebody. Not exactly sure who I would turn yet. So let's do some like pre-production here. Dana wants to team with Ella, huh? Let's look back. Review. Dana was not in a match at SummerSlam. She called out Carmella. So, all right. Current feuds that we got going on the women's side. We have just one singles feud. We have Brooke and Carmella. Carmella, who is my lowest popularity woman at 86. Tough. Although, I guess either of Cinnamon Garrett or Shotzi would be lower than that. Okay. So we have Brooke and Carmella are in a feud, and then we have the tag team feud as well, which I guess I can write as JC. And tag team feuds can only blow off at the PLEs, so I do have to stick with that one. Jane, Rush, Indy, and Valhalla. So I probably should have blown off the tag feud at the live event rather than the singles, but it happened how it happened. Okay, so the ideas that I had. One idea I had was to pair Zaya and Vicky as a tag team. I know they just had like an actual feud, but they did work really well as a tag team. And I think with them being like super high popularity, the fact that they'd be a face heel team, because I wouldn't turn either of them. I would keep them as a face heel team. It brings it down to, I think, a 3.5 star roll rating, which is obviously less ideal than the 5 star, but it's not like unmanageable. That's about the same as like a specialist match for class matchups. If I were to do Zaya and Vicky, they could do a tag feud. I would want to get them eventually into the tag titles. That might end up being WrestleMania, which is a shame that like Zaya won't get back to the world title for WrestleMania. I mean, that's a tag feud. I could do Zaya Nikita for whatever live event is coming up next. Extreme Rules. I was just going to buy that since I saw it. So that's an idea. Let's just look at singles feuds for now. So I want to do 4 Extreme Rules, either of Xia, Nikita, or Cinnamon and Nikita. So we'll just sort of earmark Nikita with it. That. I want to do... I could start setting up singles feuds between, like, Valhalla, like the tag feud, and then Xia and Vicky also. So Vicky could go against... because she's been feuding with Xia, I think, since she returned to the show. This is why I take notes. Yeah. Back in week 6 or 7. Yeah. Or week 7 is when they started the feud. So Vicky could feud against either of JC or Indy. Obviously, JC would be the better pairing. And then, yeah, Xia Valhalla could be an option. I could sign Shotzi and turn her heel, and then she could go against JC also, which would then leave Xia, or that would leave Vicky then to go against Indy Hartwell. Which is not a problem either. I think Wendy, Aaliyah, just looking at kind of who's left over, that makes sense. So we'll do Wendy and Aaliyah. Leaving then odd one out is Ella Rubao. Carrie Rush is kind of without a feud also. Carrie Rush, who at Extreme Rules is going to hold me up for $300,000. So let's just say, theoretically, I do Nikita Lyons and Cinnamon Garrett for the title feud. Just a short program, just blows off at Extreme Rules. And then I do Vicky against Indy. Xia against Valhalla. Ella against Carrie. I gotta have to make sure. I might just do Ella in nothing. I might just have her spin as just like a specialist kind of finding her place, because I don't want to have her like locked into something, because during WrestleMania I want to build Ella Nikita. So I might just leave Ella, just have her take it easy this month. Okay, I think that makes sense. 655. Still Carmella Brooke. And then Nikita. JC, that's right. JC will be that. Okay, and then that is there and there. Okay, that's the ideas. And then, yeah, whoever then feuds with, or whoever gets the titles, the tag team titles at Extreme Rules, that's who Xia and Vicky will feud against. I have a feeling Nikita Lyons is going to retain the women's title at Extreme Rules. So it will be Ella, Nikita, who we've all planned for WrestleMania. And then, yeah, the rest of the women we will figure out what kind of goes next there. On the men's side, everybody's feuds actually are still here, I think. So I actually don't think I need to do any like planning for the men. It's more so just like which ones do I want to blow off sooner rather than later. And that would particularly be Cena and Flint McStones. I need to just be done with them. I just need to be done with them. I want to turn Flint McStones face, which means I may be in the market to hire a men's competitor. I might turn somebody heel as a result. Maybe LA Knight, because he's been a little unsuccessful. Or maybe even Matt Adore. Matt Adore also going to hold me up for $1 million. And then Cena as well. Okay. We're doing it. We're just doing it. We're still at $1 million, so it's all good. Do I have like I've got some To the Moons, so I could. That would only apply for Shotzi. Then I'll wait until next week because I'm gonna have Shotzi cut a promo this week. Okay. Well, now we've got our feud planning kind of taken care of. Let's do our standard checks here. So we're gonna do stamina. So, okay, this week, Indy, Carrie, and JC all need to rest. So basically my tag feuds. That's fine. John Cena may need to rest soon, but I also just want to have Flint McStones just destroy him and just be done with it. And LA Knight and Valhalla, who's also in the tag feud, and AJ. But AJ has to appear this week, so we'll make something work there. Yeah, otherwise we're doing fairly decent on stamina here. A bunch in the 40s, but we're still doing fine. And then, yeah, Shotzi, 49 popularity, real low, but we'll figure it out with her. Okay. We will do a morale check here. I imagine my lowest morale is going to be the two that I just hired. Well, no, Shotzi, it's the usual suspects, Carmella and LA Knight, and then Cinnamon Garrett and Shotzi are still new. So, okay. All right. Do we need to check anything else? We did look at power cards. I did buy the Superstars GM because that's just good to have in the back pocket. I might buy either of these. We'll have to see here. Okay. Matches I want to book this week. I do want to get Flint McStone's John Cena submission match. I want it gone. I want it gone. I want this feud done. I want John Cena off my show. Oh, Flint McStone's actually has higher popularity, so there's a good chance that he actually wins this match just on his own. So, do that at the outset. We will do... let's see here... Might run... It's a shame I can't run 2. I don't think I have another level 4. I do have another level 4 feud. I do have Orikawa and Adore. And both their staminas are really good, so I might be able to do something with them here. Like... match with Heath. new world champion. Double champion. I can't have that. I should probably get the tag titles back onto AJ and Mansoor, or just get the US title off of Veer. Get it onto AJ, and then that's fine. Let's give that a try. Let's do a triple threat here. And we'll do... There's a way to like have this feud on the card. 3 fighters, huh? That's fine. I'm okay with it. No title on the line, but we are going to have Cross run in on Matador, sure. No, Cross is running in on Manhattan. So this may cause the Orikawa Adore feud to go stale, but I think that's fine. What I might do here is Dana, who wants to pair with Ella, is to go against Carmella. Carmella and... Who can Carmella... Maybe Valhalla. I just want to put somebody in this match and then do like a run-in. Who did I just say was going to be? Yeah, we'll do Carmella, Valhalla. And then have Zaya run in on Valhalla here. Yeah, I can work a story into this. Yeah. And then this match is going to be Nikita and Garrett. Yeah. Maybe for the title. Yeah. And then we'll figure out what matches. The match order is going to be weird on this one. Okay. And then we do... let's see here. AJ's got it up here. Crap. Okay. Makes the match slightly better. And perhaps slightly weaker. Okay. So I want to do Shotzi role change. I'll probably go there, and then some call outs. I will do... Let's see what would be good call outs here. I like to do... It's not even that late. I'm yawning. I like to do a Vicky call out. There's 4 callouts I want to do, but I can only do 2. This is the curse of having way too big of a roster. Vicky would be calling out... Who did I say? Vicky McLeod calling out Indy Hartwell. And then this would be either Wendy calling out Aaliyah. The problem with, like, I want to have both of them on. If I don't have them on, their popularity will drop. I guess to like the low 90s, so it's still really high. These two I want to have on the card. I can't have LA Knight not on the card again because he'll get like probably legit upset with me. I mean, maybe I have him in this match instead of Heath. Because I could do this and then have Mansois run in instead of Cross. Because carrying Cross is... Carrying Cross has dropped a little bit in popularity. What did Knight and Mansois do at the... Knight got pinned. And Mansois also got pinned. Both of them got pinned. Okay. We'll rest Wendy and Aaliyah. I'll just be okay with that. JC's resting. Rush is resting. Indy is resting. So that's fine. It's just going to be Veer. Veer might just be off the card this week. Veer might just be resting as champ. So it's these two. So we'll have LA Knight doing a call out on Mansois. He's on the card. He should get the benefit of the logistics. You do up to level 3 crew. Definitely max of all that. So just shy of 100K or $500,000, 500K cost. I've got this tag match, which is... Oh, and apparently I met the commissioner goal. Ensure that your least popular available specialist is in a match for free crew booking, which is useless. Let's see. We've completed 5 challenges, so I don't really have to worry about these. But we can get another one for doing tables matches. We get a random card if we complete this commissioner goal, actually, so may as well just keep it. We might be... Because I'm doing a couple run-ins here. I'm doing at least one. I'm doing Zaya running in on Valhalla, so that will at least get one of those. So we're actually pretty close to completing all the challenges. It's really just going to be this... I'm pointing at my screen with my pen, which is not useful to you. But, yeah, this starting rivalries by using interference. That we'll just have to, like, hope we can do again. I also should have written down manage roster. So we've got Garrett with 2 T's, and she's a face fighter. And then Shotzi is going to be a heel bruiser. Okay. This match is silly, but it's fine. And because we got 2 level 4s, the reason I wanted to do that, at the risk of like making Adore Orikawa stale, is to get the boost for the big open stadium. So we'll have just a really good show quality this week. And I don't think I want to put any other like anything else on any of these. This match, just a submission match, is quality boost low. Do I have... Oh, I do. I just passed right by it. I have 2 of these submissive cards. I have 1 Tornado Alley. What about the TLC one? I'm going to get a second, get the tables. Got 3 backstage brawlers, goodness. I don't have a TLC card? Did I miss it, or do I just legit not have it? I don't. It's fine. It's expensive, but it's fine. Did I use that submissive card, or did I just look at it? I just looked at it. Okay. We're looking for... Just missed it again. Submissive. There we go. That should ensure my main event is 5 stars, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Then now I just have to think, because I think this is my second strongest. Well, I don't know. Even though this is a level 4 feud, I don't know if it's going to be better than the tag team match. Because the popularities are lower, but they're all at least 5 star. Oh, AJ. Because what I would do is make this a tables match, and then swap the two. Then put the tables match in the opener, and then that would be fine. The concern is just AJ's stamina, because the tag team feud is just... Well, you know what? Because there's no way Cena's stamina is going to be fine after this, so I'm not going to be able to do anything with the tag feud anyway. So, and AJ's good at tables matches, so maybe he'll be able to do something about it and not burn as much stamina. And we still have Karrion Kross running in on Manhattan. That's fine. This is kind of the Lost Souls match. This is just going to rule in my headcanon. This is going to finally get rid of something I don't ever want to see again. And then our call-outs. We're starting something here. Maybe I move this here. Or maybe I do like this. Yeah, because that's 4, 3, 4. I think that's good. I like that order, kind of narratively. I think I can actually move this up to level 4 crew booking also, so we're just shy. I don't think I want to put any other spins on anything, because I also just want to be mindful of stamina. So I think I'll just leave it at that. It's going to be just shy of like a perfect logistic. But I'm okay with that. Just for fun, let's just look at the legends. Not that I'm going to hire any of them. I don't have... I mean, hiring a legend would be getting somebody to replace Cena, but Cena has those tag belts. Yeah, I don't need to look at this right now. Confirm our journal. Dana Brooke is partnering with Ella Rubao. Dana Brooke has a match against Carmella. AJ Styles is making an appearance in front of his home crowd. We've got some contracts. And we got... Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay. And we got our least popular available specialist, which of course was... AJ? Alright, whatever. I mean, when your least popular of a class is 84 popularity, you're doing pretty good, especially a versatile class like Specialist. Okay, we're fine. No more overthinking it. One more overthinking it. We did use submissive. Okay. Sometimes I just forget things. I'll bike like 5 blocks away and then have to bike right back just to make sure I lock the door, even though I had my keys in my hand. So I also need to trim my bangs. Okay. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. We're confirming booking. Take a drink. That'll be great for the supercut edit. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, Atlanta, Georgia. The road of 10 million fans. We welcome you. In this big stadium here, where obviously the stars come out. The all of the sports, including the professionals here at Monday Night Raw. Last week was SummerSlam, and we had a lot of big events. We saw not even just on Raw, but across all the shows. And kicking this off here, we have there's been a lot of bad blood boiling over between Rich Oikawa and Matt Adore. Adore called out Oikawa at SummerSlam, saying they need to put this to bed. And usually when we say put this to bed, that leads to a tables match. That's just sort of a table is sort of like a bed for papers and books. That works. And so they're getting ready. They're going to be finishing off their feud soon enough. But they're getting ready to fight each other. And how do I want to work this? Okay, here we go. They're getting ready to fight each other. They're preparing backstage, and AJ Styles comes up to them and is just like, we're here in Georgia. This is my home state. These are my people. So you two in the opening match had better impress. And in fact, I'm not sure if you will. So I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna kick both of your butts. So Oikawa and Adore, they're both like, all right, if this, this guy wants to get into our business, we'll kick his butt too. In order to kind of make the show even spicier, it's starting off, it looks like it's going to be a triple threat in the ring. Heath Manhattan's music hits, and he comes out, and like he said, he's going to be a fighting champion now that he has pinned Cross and LA Knight, both. He stacked them up and pinned them both at SummerSlam. And so he wants to prove that he's a fighting champion. The title's not on the line this time, since AJ is still looking to get the U.S. championship, and Oikawa and Adore are just kind of focused on each other. But we're gonna have a tables fatal 4-way match. A table is it's a bed for books and papers and the new Extreme Frosty, sponsored by Wendy's. Tables match, here we go, whatever. In the middle of the match, Karrion Kross comes out and he attacks Heath Manhattan, taking him out of the match. Kross was upset about not being pinned. He was pinned, but his shoulders weren't actually on the mat. It was LA Knight's. So Kross, he wants his title back. So he takes Heath Manhattan out of the match, and AJ Styles, proving, that Georgia is his place, he puts one of the other two through the table, and it's amazing, and it grows the feud. It's a complicated angle, which is a great way to start. It's a great way to start my booking, of course. That raised Cross Manhattan to level 4. Got too many level 4s too early, but you know what? That's not the worst problem to have. Styles defeats Oikawa, Adore, and Manhattan. World champ with a run-in from Cross. That is a 4-star match. Great job. Both LA Knight and Mansois were unable to, get their titles. I think Mansois actually lost the titles. Yeah, lost the tag titles. And Cross was unable to regain the world title. And LA Knight is, he's upset by his loss. While Mansois, it just seems to be, lounging backstage, just sort of lounging in his wealth, and being like, I'm not worried, I'm going to get my title back. And LA Knight is sort of furious that, all these people think they can just sort of buy their titles. Nikita Lyons can just influence the booking on her own and just retain her title without effort, while Knight has been fighting and, earning his keep. And so there's sort of a little bit of a stare down with them. It's a good promo, and it grows the good backstage promo, and it grows the rivalry. Level 3, Knight calls Mansois. Okay. In this match here, so let's see, what did... Yep, Dana was not... Yeah, Dana's last match, she had a title match against Nikita Lyons, but Carmella interrupted. So, Dana is looking to, kind of put this... to put Carmella down, and she's talking to Ella, because Ella has some experience. Ella's a little down in the dumps. Wendy Chu, destroyed her in the, trapped her in the dream world at SummerSlam, and took her down, showed her, visions of her past and maybe some of her sins. And so Dana is just like, you know what? I'm going to cheer you up. Let's team up together, and let's have a tag team match. Let's maybe fight one of these teams that have been competing, kind of occupying the tag division. And so they go to challenge Valhalla, but Valhalla's partner, Kerry Rush, is not here this week. They had a wild match in the steel cage, I believe, at SummerSlam. I went back too many pages. Yeah. That JC Jane came out on top of. And so Kerry Rush is not here, but Valhalla says, I've got a partner in mind, and she calls Carmella, which Dana Brooke is happy to get her hands on Carmella again. So they're going to have a tag team match here, Ella and Dana versus Carmella and Valhalla. And in the middle of it, Xia Li surprisingly runs out and attacks Valhalla. We're not really sure what's going on there, why Xia Li would suddenly, after she had a really long feud with Vicky McLeod. So it doesn't seem like a change in attitude in Xia, just sort of a change in targets, and she's not really sure why. But it does cause an interruption in the match. And so the team of Dana and Ella do win. It's a 3.5-star match, and it does start a Xia Valhalla feud, which is what I wanted. So that is a level 1 feud. So Rubao and Brooke defeat Carmella and Valhalla with a run-in from Xia Li at 3.5 stars. Not better than the opener, which is perfect. We get a flashback to WrestleMania Season 5. Or actually, it was the week before WrestleMania of Season 5, when JC Jane and Shotzi finally, former rivals, came together as a team, were unsuccessful in getting the tag titles at WrestleMania 4, and then, they reunited in time for WrestleMania 5 to win the tag team titles. And then Shotzi, of course, contract situation was limited. Shotzi and JC had to relinquish the tag titles, and then JC obviously regained the tag team titles, but with a new partner in Indy Hartwell. And so we see this whole story playing out, and it's it does serve an effect where it zooms out to a monitor, and we see somebody watching, somebody with green hair, and we hear from her as she's looking at the screen, JC, I thought we had something together. I thought we were a great team. We were successful finally in our goal of capturing the titles, but it wasn't about the team, was it? It was just about you and your title ambitions. And so I'm going to expose your what's the word? Hypocrisy. And yeah, I'm going to expose your hypocrisy. And she turns around, and it's Shotzi, and Shotzi is now a heel, and it's good. Great. Nikita Lyons comes out, obviously super defiant, gets booed like crazy, but it's in a good way. The fans are really excited to boo Nikita because she's being such like a terrible heel, a terror to the Raw audience. And she says, I have finally put Aaliyah down. There's, no more. She gets no more chances. And in fact, nobody in the locker room has properly earned a chance to fight me. There's some like rumors of like Wendy Chu. Some people still want to see Zaya, getting another shot at the title. But surprisingly, Cinnamon Garrett's music hits, and she comes out to challenge Nikita. Cinnamon Garrett, who was most recently featured on NXT 2.0, was starting a feud, was kind of getting some title ambitions. It sounded like she was getting promised a title shot, but was let go due to their budget situation. Obviously, that's behind the scenes sort of stuff. But she comes out and says like, I would have been the NXT Women's World Champion, but how about I just take the Raw Women's World Championship instead? And Nikita is just like, okay, sure, kid. Much like she did with Dana Brooke. Very, talking down to Cinnamon Garrett. Cinnamon Garrett, former Raw star, came up with Vicky McLeod. So this is a big opportunity for the returning Cinnamon Garrett. We see two returns kind of back to back. Nikita does retain, no shenanigans this time, but it does start a new feud. So, or maybe there's shenanigans. It seems pretty clean, but maybe Nikita, has her, feet on the ropes to get leverage for the pin or something. Lyons defeats Garrett in a 3.5-star match. Great show. Great match. Backstage, we see, Xia Li, walking. The announcer, or not the announcers, the interviewers backstage, they want to try to get a word from Xia. And Xia is just like, for the last 2 months, I have been going, through through a Hell in a Cell, essentially. They did actually fight in Hell in a Cell with Vicky McLeod. And, one of the last things before we fought each other in Wendy's Dreamscape is that, we had a tag team match. Vicky did pull one up on me and got us booked in the tag division, but we won in that match, and we did work really well together. And as, Xia's giving this interview, Vicky comes up and she says, it doesn't matter if it's Valhalla and Carrie Rush. It doesn't matter if it's Indy and JC. It is whoever has the tag titles, they're going to be losing them to Vicky and Xia. And it's an excellent promo. People are just like, wow. And, it doesn't seem like Vicky is, turning face or anything. It doesn't seem like Xaya's turning heel. So this sort of like mismatched pairing, people are excited to see it. It's an excellent promo. So it's a new feud. That is McLeod calling out Hartwell. And in our main event, we have been seeing Flint McStone's PhD has been getting involved, in the whole tag scene between Mansoor and Styles and Cena and Mahan. Flint has... It's very clear that he has no love lost for Mansoor because he kicked him out of the team, even though he brought him into Raw. Also, apparently, Mansoor couldn't be bothered to help Flint pay for his education. Flint has no love lost for AJ Styles, who had replaced him on the team, while he was studying for his dissertation defense. He doesn't mind Veer Mahan. He understands, like, having been in grad school for so long, Flint is, understanding of kind of like the will of the people. But he doesn't believe John Cena is, genuine on this. And he intends to put this whole Cena facade down. Cena, who can't even show up on a consistent basis because, he claims to be like fighting for the people, but he can't care about the people half the time or something like that. So starting to see some like turning gears in Flint McStone's, but they're going to have a submission match here in the main event.
1, 2, ring that bell.
And Flint McStone's picks up a win, ends the rivalry, 5-star match. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I, for a brief moment, was concerned that Cena was going to win, and that's not what I wanted. McStone's defeats Cena in a 5-star match, ends the feud. Amazing booking. Good job, us. Let's see what the other shows are going to try to do here. Okay, Loomis and Uso for the Intercontinental Championship. No rivalry, it looks like. Uso, new IC champ, does start a new rivalry. Chuck McWagon. So one of the reasons I wanted to look through all like the legends and the free agents is that because all of the other shows are so low on budget, they definitely cannot keep re-signing people. So we're going to see more people like Chuck McWagon showing up here. But okay promo. Raquel and Natalia. Was Natalia on the show before? I don't know. Raquel wins. It's okay. Booker T, was he on the show? I mean, he's got high stamina, so I imagine. But he's excellent. Montez Ford and John the Fish Herman against Chester and Dominic. Dominic is tag team. Dominic and Chester are tag team champs. Lots of low staminas here, though.
1, 2, that's it. Ring the bell.
Chester and Dominic, tag team champs. Get their win. Jerry Sweat calls out Trick Williams, and it's okay and doesn't start a feud. And then Elias and Logan Paul. Elias,
1, 2,
risk of injury. Logan Paul, and it's great. NXT Women's World Championship on the line, but Karen Compactor just got it. Zoe Stark and Bianca have a rivalry, it looks like, and are also more popular, and also have more stamina. Zoe Stark, World Champ. 4 stars, amazing. The Karen Compactor era has ended. Bobby Roode is here, and he's okay. Wesley and Sheamus. All right. Sheamus is some sort of champion. Wesley also had 11 stamina. And is good and somehow doesn't hurt himself. Omos got crushed by Cruz del Toro enough times that they're just done with him. Cruz, Rikishi, and Jive Owens.
1, 2.
Good looking match here. And Cruz del Toro wins and starts a feud with Rikishi. Seth Rollins and Wesley. Yeah, sure. You could have fought each other. And Riddle and Ciampa. And Ciampa's got a bunch of belts. And this is for the North American title. And Ciampa retains in an Iron Man match that is a 4.5-star classic. They're all also in the, I believe, level 3 arena here. Shanky and Santos Escobar. Santos at one point had 3 titles and now has just 1, but he wins in an Iron Man match and it's 4-star amazing. Caden Carter is okay. Liv Morgan and Meechin. Meechin, you could have fought Cinnamon Garrett, but too bad. Liv Morgan wins, and it's mediocre. Bailey calls out Liv Morgan. They could have fought Rhea and Katana. Rhea's got a bunch of titles. Katana Chance wins. Starts a new rivalry, 3.5 stars. Pretty good. Braun Strowman is excellent. And Tyler Bate and Mustafa Ali. Not for a title, but for a table. And Tyler Bate wins, and it's amazing. All right. Amazing booking from Raw. And then good booking, amazing booking, and amazing booking. So again, you put on a great show, and the AI will just match it. All right. Orikawa and Adore is stale, so that is a shame, but we can just finish them off. AJ is also 37 stamina, so okay. 2-star performance. Here we go in the tag team. Apparently, Carmella and Valhalla have decent chemistry, so that's good. Valhalla also still able to compete next week, so that's good. Everybody here actually can still compete, so that's good. Didn't really do much for popularities, though. Nikita and Cinnamon Garrett. Nikita will have to rest, but it was a good match. Morale down for Cinnamon Garrett, but that's fine. And then here, Cena will absolutely have to rest, but Flint McStone's up to 90 popularity. Huge star, great. Yeah, worked out really well. 3.5-star performance. Perfect. All right. 139 rating score. 10,000 fans gained, so still managed to gain fans. $346,000. Valhalla and Carmella are an incredible tag team. Wow. Another so thank you, Tap Out Hotel in the Ring. Very long username. High Flyer Cultist 79. Sigh. Another DQ finish to a great match. Thanks, Xia Li, for ruining Carmella and Dana's match. Okay. Thank you for watching. Macho Mayor 79, same year, says Xia Li's attack on Dana hands her the DQ win. Valhalla probably not happy about that. That's exactly the feud that I want. Thank you for watching. At New Age Unprettier 94, did you guys see Xia jump Valhalla? Totally uncalled for. People love this tag team feud. Thank you for watching. Fighter Foundation 78 says, what a crazy ride. Almost sad to see the end of the feud between Flint McStones and Cena. Glad to see McStones having the final word. Well, somebody somebody was happy to see that match. Thank you for watching. Lucha Phenom Mania says, Dana Brooke gets revenge on Carmella for that run-in the other week. She got what was coming to her. People love that women's match. At Royal Street Universe, can't even describe tonight's hashtag Raw. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for watching. Internet Singer in Russia says, John Cena has been putting in so much work. Kind of worried, though. Been looking rough lately. Has he? Okay. Thank you for watching. Please do not swear on my channel. This person says, no way, Raw got Shotzi? That's awesome. I agree. Thank you for watching. Change your username. And Fighter Contender KO says, raucous response from the Atlanta audience for their boy Styles, even when he insulted them. That's not how I recall it, but I want to check real quick here in the Wendy's match. So even though it was AJ's hometown, he didn't get the hometown bonus. So I really don't know how that category is supposed to work. Whatever. Great. SmackDown, 106 rating score. They use special promotion, though, so they got 44,000 fans, $62,000, and nothing worth calling home about. 118 rating score for NXT, 18,000 fans. Lost $500. And they're missing Roxanne Perez. 111 rating score. Gained just 500 fans. lost $6,000. And Santos Escobar says Shanky can go eat a big bowl of loser soup. Cool. Oh, wait, somebody else said. NXT 2.0 continues its dismal slump. They look like amateurs. Wow, change your username. We get free crew booking for our commissioner goal. We also did Taskmaster, which is the goal to do the commissioner goals, which gets a special promotion, which is phenomenal. And we also did tables matches, so we get that. Great. Good job, us. Congratulations, us. Let's keep going. Let's restart my recording because I took too long booking, because I always take too long booking.